And we on. Salute, fam. What's happening? We're gonna jump on. We was gonna do the trivia, but little technical difficulties going on right now. The weather messing up out there in Trey. So we just gonna chop it up. The link messing up. The link in the chat right there, pinned if y'all wanna jump on. But it's been a little dry, man. But I'm just gonna get into the Champ Ross results, y'all. We chop it up. Somebody get on. We're just gonna do a quick little live since I fired it up. Let me get up in this find these results and then do some shout out. You know, shout out this week. I think me and Trey tied overall for third place. But this week's standing, shout out to Napoleon Armstrong and J1 Pro. They took first place on this week fight results. Apple type salute, fam. Gil Coles, what's good, bro? Salute. Yeah, shout out to Napoleon Armstrong and J1 Pro. They came in first. Toby Barlett took down Cher third with Frank Pinero. But Rod X is in the top 10. King in the top 10. Gil Cole is top 12. Eric R 15. Me and Trey 23rd. Winston Lee 21st. Man, we holding it down. Good shit, y'all. Champ Ross, salute, bro. What's happening? He in the building. Champ Ross said he had a big L this week. Trey X said we were tied, but we got our bus whooped. Yeah, we did. We did, though. I was gonna say, what up, Marlo'S, Trey, chat, salute, just chilling, chopping it up. We'll do a quick live. Hey, Champ Ross, if you got anything you wanna talk about the fantasy boxing league and what you got going on, if you got something else going on, feel free to jump on. It's gonna be a quick live, nobody jump on. I'm just gonna chop it up with y'all, touch bases. We're gonna be back Wednesday with the trivia though. Mr. Lee, salute, bro. Hey, this week, fight schedule. Let me see. He put that up too. I posted everything. I posted the results. I posted the schedule also. Trey said he picked Isaiah Steen coming off a 14-month layoff. He's in. Champ Ross said this week pretty solid. That's what's up. Let me see how many fights we got. Got 15 fights. 15 fights this week. Katie Taylor fighting. Joseph Diaz, Alex Rocha, Lomachenko, and Robertson Ramirez on this card this week. Eric R, salute, fam. Hold on, y'all.
Hey, yeah, we'd like to introduce the newest member of Block Fam, Hyphy in this bitch. Trey X couldn't be here tonight. That nigga got a bad case of fake Jordans, so I'm taking over. You know what I mean? BLK all day. BLK all day. Support Black.
There you go, 619 Cali Factor. Salute, fam. What's happening? What's good, though, Hype?
Man, you know, I seen y'all was doing instead of the trivia, y'all just gonna chop it up for a little bit. So yeah, I said I'll come to and chop it up, done though.
Hell yeah. Champ, I'll say big upset of the week. Had to be Moore's losing to big Shamu, aka Cannonball Sims. I didn't even see that fight. I ain't watching on the zone or nothing. So we wasn't really on TV that check.
Hey, I know you ain't been watching the zone, but you better get used to it because PBC niggas is going to the zone. The zone gonna be here for a long time. Can't say that about Showtime.
Yeah, it's looking kind of wicked, man. Hey, I did want to say this, man. Did you see the BS going on with the Crawford Smith fight?
Oh man, I could be here for I could do like a live stream, a marathon about that shit. It's so much comedy coming out of that shit.
Man, this motherfucker, this nigga talking about he want to fight Spence in the streets now. Talking about he'll break his neck. Talking about he gonna body slam him and some more shit. I said, man, this shit crazy, man. Motherfucker do not want to fight, man. We been sitting here waiting all this time. Contract being sent. Even though what's the old boy name? Bernie the boxer even said that the shit was going down. Now motherfucker about to fight somebody else and talking real reckless. Sound like a little teenage nervous energy to me. I ain't like it at all, man. I not like this shit from tearing up from Bud, bro. I was like this like scare business. You know what I'm saying? First motherfucker come to the vision talking about what he gonna do and how he want to fight and how another motherfucker playing. And now when the time comes, the time is here, that motherfucker talking real reckless, man. And I'm talking about reckless. He ain't talking about getting in the ring and taking whatever the case may be. It ain't even the money that's the problem now. This motherfucker just clearly talking about he gonna break a nigga neck. Get out here in the street fight. Get out here and spot him. Like, man, this shit getting crazy.
Hey, nah. See, look, you can't go for that because see, that's clickbait again. That with him talking about breaking somebody's neck, that was really when he was getting into it with Gary Russell. Like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and shit. So all they do, that's a motherfucker who done doctored up and
And
made the
change the
shit look
title.
like yeah, some clickbait.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because I was thinking like, man, what the fuck this nigga Buzz is on, man?
Hey, but look, matter of fact, while we on that, it's a what did it say? It's a nigga running around here talking boxing in a wheelchair. Yo, he notorious for doing that shit.
Yeah, I know what you talking about too. That's a damn shame, though. That's how motherfuckers get down, huh? Oh, so Santa said the same thing you just said. I see you, so Santa. Hey, the link in the chat, man. Y'all want to jump on? Get y'all thoughts on what's going on with Bud taking this fight and not fighting Spinks. Trey X said,
Man,
Eric R said Bud moving like a light skinned nigga. Joseph Brown said salute to the company. Everybody's talking to everybody. Oh, Joseph Brown said BLK Prime is affiliate of Amazon Prime. Breaking news. Champ Ross said top scorer this week wins $25. Y'all get up in there, man. Do y'all put y'all little homework in? Get that $25 this week for the top scorer. What you about to say, I?
nice, but see, like that's gonna lead to I guess like a little bit more on this topic. Niggas cannot believe these blood clot uh, boxing sources and YouTubers and shit. These motherfuckers be clickbaiting, man. Spreading false information. It's just interesting how everybody and their mama, oh, I got a source that's working with the fight. They're part of the negotiations directly with Showtime. That's what all these motherfuckers say, man. Niggas don't be having no type of sources.
Apex Legends salute. He said hype people. Nigga in a wheelchair and stuttering.
Stuttering, begging for money, and lying.
Yeah, that's a shame, man. I don't like that shit. That's why motherfuckers don't really be rocking with motherfuckers. Motherfuckers be on some bullshit. Then when you hold their ass accountable, they get to disrespect it. You know what I'm saying? Big YouTube warriors and shit.
And we hate it.
Yeah, we hate. Get to making up lies on you and say you hate this shit.
You got it, social.
What up, man?
Hey, so that was clickbait, huh?
Yeah, man. I saw that shit on Twitter that A nigga said, Bud talking about what he'd do to Spence in the street. I'm like, man, this nigga done took a clip from when he got into it with Gary Russell Jr. They got y'all fooled out here, man.
You sure had me, cause I looked at that shit and straight longed off there. Terry Maxey salute, bro. I was hot. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, man. But shit, man, I already done bought the damn fight. The shit ain't but $40. My favorite fighter fighting for $40. I'm buying the shit. It ain't the fight I wanted, but it's $40. Fuck it, I'm gonna buy it.
Are we gonna support that move?
Hell yeah, I'm supporting that bull. That's my favorite fighter. I mean, he can fight anybody for $40. I'm buying that shit.
Hey, this how we gonna do it. I'm gonna go to Marlo house and I'm gonna buy this shit so he can make sure he call it.
Oh hell no, that nigga won't be getting no support from me, nigga.
No, he gonna get it from me on your TV.
That nigga is not getting that nigga. I'm not helping that nigga be buys, man. I ain't helping
Yeah,
that shit. I know that's your favorite fight. I ain't got no problem with it, but I'm not helping it. That nigga
I
taking
ain't.
too much and shit. He fighting a motherfucker that already been stopped by a motherfucker that he beat on. Don't even make sense.
Yeah, it really don't. But it's one of them Android moves. Like nigga, I was trying to defend you, but god damn.
Yeah, you can't defend this. You might as well just say this your favorite fighter. Let us respect that.
Right. That's
Cause
why. That's why I'm gonna just keep it at that.
yeah,
Favorite
what he
fighter.
doing right now, that's fucked up, man. I don't know. This for the sport period. You came in hyping it up like you was ready, seeing contracts. Then you had us ready, talking about everything is everything. Now it's something else.
Well, I can't blame him for having us because like all that shit was coming from Coppinger and all of them people. That none of that shit came from Bud and Spence. So I don't know.
Well,
Somebody
Bernie,
had us hyped.
Bernie, the one who was talking that had me convinced that it was going down.
Oh,
Now
okay.
he ain't got
Yeah,
nothing to say.
Bernie the Boxer.
Hey,
Hey, what you trying to say? He got some influence from Carpenter now.
well, shit. Hey, since both of y'all niggas on the other side, I'm gonna go the other route. Um, the most credible nigga in this shit, as far as like boxing sources and shit, and it's been proven throughout this situation, is really Rick Lacer.
What he talking about? I don't even follow that fool no more.
He's whole niggas. Crawford accepting 35%. That was really just a call PBC bluff because he knew then they were still gonna put up more roadblocks so the shit won't happen.
Mhm. Mm.
Rick Glazer, my pro black nigga, beautiful wife, black wife at home.
Hey, so you thinking that PVC ain't trying to make the fight?
Well, one, I don't know if PBC really can because they got this whole. I mean, everybody's heard about the whole Showtime, possibly going out of business and stuff. Paramount. So you got to ask yourself, can they really? Do they really even have the budget for this type of fight?
What they do? They still got the don't they still got the Fox deal?
Um, Pretty much that Deontay Wilder fight, that was like the make or break for him, and basically they'll never be doing business with PBC ever again.
Yeah, I think
Damn.
that was a dumb decision by whoever made that decision by putting Wilder on pay per view. Should have put him on. That should have been a free knockout right there to get everybody back. You know what I'm saying? Back interested. Not putting it on pay per view because it was gonna take away the interest.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go social. But basically, like it was the Fox decision because like Wilder has a certain like pretty high guarantee minimum that he fight for, and it was no way Fox was going to pay him that. So um, they just pretty much just went ahead and had to put it on pay per view. But go ahead, social.
No, I ain't got nothing important to say. Go ahead.
No, you ain't talking. Well, I'm gonna pass the mic.
I
Yeah,
mean,
you
my
got.
view on it, man, is like none of us really involved in the negotiations. Everybody kind of speculating on who fault it was and all of this shit, but nobody really know, man. So that's where I'm at with.
Yeah, I give you that one. But it's just that if the motherfucker, you hearing all terms being agreed to, which is also like you said earlier, the middleman, do have you thinking. I don't even know what's so hard about it, man. 60-40. I thought that's what the what it was said was supposed to be, but they make that shit happen, man. That's probably the biggest fight right now in boxing.
Yeah,
I don't see what they playing for. They doing more hurt than they is trying to juice up the sport. And the ladies is doing better than what the men doing right now, or making these good fights. They need to step it
yeah.
up, man. Whoever the
Hey,
matchmaker is need to be fired. They need to put a Don King or something like that in that motherfucker. Pay Don King to make these matches and shit. I don't know what they need to do, but they need to do it.
have you heard that shit about they sent Bud a contract with no guaranteed money?
Man,
Nah, I
look,
didn't hear that.
No.
I didn't heard they didn't send Crawford a 3 fight deal with 10 million guaranteed. I didn't heard, yeah, they sent Crawford contract, no guarantee. Um, yeah, I didn't heard all type of stuff. But like even like Bernie the boxer, I know because like okay, we know that's Crawford friend and stuff, but just because that's his friend, do that really mean Bernie is involved in negotiations? You got to ask yourself, why the fuck would he be involved in any type of negotiations? That nigga's nothing more than a boxing version of Spliff Star.
Anthony Mother
Not
salute,
Swift
man.
Star.
Hey, I don't believe that, bro. About sitting in a contract with them. I think this motherfucker done already been in how many pay per views? What, three, four now? Three? Ain't nobody else talking about they got a contract sent with no motherfucking stipulations on what was going on. That sounds kind of weird, man. All of a sudden they get to Bud, and now the contract got no back end. It's just a blind contract. When the pay per views been going smooth with Porter, Ugas, what's the other brother name? Sean Porter, Danny Garcia. Everything been going smooth with these pay per views. How come they get to Bud now and it's some BS? That don't
Well,
kind of
because
add up.
they all them all PBC fighters though. Bud not a PBC fighter.
No, I understand that. I'm just saying the stipulations in the contract. Why would it get to him and it be some BS?
Well,
Yeah, that's
I'll
what I'm saying. Because they PBC fighters. They might have like a different way of negotiating with people who not PBC.
well, rumor.
Like that for Canelo though. Canelo versus Plant went through.
Yeah, let me explain that one. So the rumor was that basically Crawford, they were so far apart as far as on money that Crawford basically decided to accept a like no guarantee, just a percentage of of the net. So basically that's how he was going to go, and basically he agreed to that and they agreed to that because they couldn't agree on like a minimum guarantee because they are so far apart.
You know what that shit sound like? It sound like the motherfuckers brought that nigga pay per view numbers to the table and it wasn't adding up to him. So he rather had took a guarantee than go by whatever his numbers presented to the uh, to the promoter.
Yeah,
Why,
yeah.
why would you want to take a guarantee when back end might be way more than whatever the fuck? You know what I'm saying? You getting paid. Like that don't even make sense. So instead of just going ahead and take whatever he was gonna get up front, what the numbers say he should get up front, and getting the back end, which he probably don't know too much about the back end because he ain't been in successful, I should say successful pay per view, but that sounds kind of weird, man. Why would you take that? Like the back end money is really what you want. You don't know if it could do one person in one ass could be in the seats, it could be 100,000 asses in the seat. You know what I'm saying? You don't want
Yeah.
you don't want to take that chance, man. This is the biggest fight in your career. Why would you settle for a straight flat fee and not want the back end when you know everybody this is a must see fight? That don't make sense.
What I was hearing was they wasn't opening up the books to show him like how the finances and everything work, and he wanted to know, but they wasn't really sharing all of that with him. So he was like, "Well, how much I'm gonna get?" And they was just like, "Well, don't worry, just trust us and shit." So that's what I was hearing. I don't know.
See now, that's kind of hard to believe, man. When it comes to this guy, It's a problem. But let's not forget though, it was already a problem. He was already talking about he didn't want to take the low end or he wanted to be the favorite in the fight or whatever the main guy or whatever the case may be. He was saying that before the contract even was sent. So now we're here and the contract being sent. It's some OBS coming from this cat.
Well, you
Hey,
know, we
Yo,
are talking
yo.
about the PBC that's going out of business, so
Salute.
it's different times.
I don't know about that one. PBC got all
Yo,
the
yo.
top fighters. Salute, Jay Brown. Can you hear us?
well,
Hey,
what I am gonna,
we heard you, Jay Brown. You just didn't hear us.
yeah, what I am gonna say, like, and this should have stood out to people, like just having common sense. So first, we heard that Crawford was first. It was reported that Crawford came in weighing like May. He wanted 22 million guaranteed. Okay, then this is all rumor. Showtime talked him down. Yeah, so like now he went down to 20. Then he went down to 15. Then he went down to 10. Steven Espinoza wanted him to be at like 8. So then they couldn't get him to 8 million. So that's when the whole just all right, look, just take a percentage, no guarantee. But that should have stood out to people. How the fuck do Crawford come in asking for 22 million, which would be considered overpricing himself highly, to then taking less than fit, to basically the B side, 35%. These niggas been arguing about the A side, B side shit the whole time. So you telling me now he gonna take 35%? I didn't believe that shit.
Yeah, that's why I said it sounds real strange that a motherfucker was talking big shit about wanting to get the majority of the purse to now it's some bullshit going on with PBC. It don't matter, man. Bob is known for the bullshit. You can't do that when a motherfucker running straight good business, been running good business, and now because Bud or whoever said it, now he's just gonna shit on their business. When all these successful fighters is coming up out of the PBC, ain't been no bullshit with the PBC contract. They money been good. So it's hard for me to take that and believe it, man. When it comes to Bud, when he already was playing these money games. I'm pretty sure Bob told him, Roderick, salute, fam. Bob had told him, if you sit down at the table with these guys, you're not gonna get what you think you're gonna get because your numbers ain't right. You know what I'm saying? You got to bring all that to the table. You got to bring your numbers to the table, and they can't give you no number. They only can say, oh, this is what we got for the fight, and this is the percentage from YouTube, whatever, and then the back end money. They're not gonna tell you, oh, we expect we gonna give you this without knowing how much they gonna get in the back end. You gotta wait for those checks to clear. You gotta wait for them to tally it all up. The pay per view buy, they gotta tally that up. The ticket seats and all that. L Dub, salute, fam, what's good? All that shit gotta be tallied up. That's where the back end come in. So I don't see why a motherfucker gonna play himself out the back end because his numbers ain't right. Even if you do the 70-30, the back end say the fight generate 200 million. 70-30, what's 70-30 or 200 million? 75, 125 or something like that, right? Still the highest purse you ever made, man. That's why I say I don't get it. Like when it comes to negotiation, I mean, I don't see what's the problem when this is how it is. Like you want them to change up how they negotiate just for him. Like that's what it sounds like. I don't know what you think about it though. So scientist.
Um, Salute to L Dub, man. He just got off a live stream talking about all these fights coming up this weekend. I hope we get a chance to talk about that damn Lomachenko return to White Jesus versus the young, huge, athletic Jermaine Ortiz. But yeah, I ain't got no comments on the negotiation.
All
Go ahead,
right.
Hyphen.
What you think about that? Trey said 160, 140, 160.
Okay, yeah. No, just like to wrap up that topic at least. I was just one of the people that just never really believed that it was gonna happen. So like I don't got no emotion as far as like disappointment and stuff because I already expected this to not happen. But it is entertaining the way that it's playing out nonetheless. But yeah, social you can get in.
Fam, me a 6 5 salute, fam. Who else was it? This Saturday is a boxing holiday. That's what Trey said. Family of six. Rock said, "Hey, MARLO'S in chat." But you were saying about the Lomachenko fight. What you were saying about that so Sunday?
Yeah, man. He gonna be taking on Jermaine Ortiz. I don't know if you know anything about Ortiz, but he real athletic. And he this his first weight class. He done fought in. He a young dude, and he real quick. When he was fighting Jamel Herring, Jamel was saying that the guy was just too quick for him. So I mean, I think this could be a challenging fight for Lomachenko. The guy's not that experienced, but with them athletic gifts, he could pose some problems for Lomachenko. I'm excited about this fight, to be honest with
Yeah, I'll be looking forward to it. That should be on ESPN.
you. Yeah,
That's
probably
definitely not
ESPN
gonna be
Plus.
on the zone.
What do you say?
I was fucking with hype. I said that's definitely not gonna be on the zone.
Yeah. Oh, well, actually on that same card, my boy that I mess with, Robeisy Ramirez, he on the undercard.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, man. Yeah, he fighting Jose Romero. So
Oh,
that's going to be the co-main. Go
That's
ahead,
just
Trey.
What's up with y'all, man? I just wanted to jump on and give my take on this Lomachenko fight. My lights and shit still off. Can y'all hear me good?
yeah, you straight.
All right, because I'm
I
just
need I
on
need a
data.
technical breakdown, my brother.
Yeah, I'm on this on my data and shit. Salute to everybody in the chat. But yeah, I've been talking about this fight for a little while, man. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah,
It's intriguing to me, man, because okay, Lomachenko, he ain't fought in 10 months. So we know the layoffs ain't that good for the most part. He's a smaller guy, somebody that's fought at featherweight, and now he fighting at lightweight against a guy that started at lightweight, and he gonna be moving up. I think he started at lightweight. I know he's
yeah, he did.
significantly, yeah, he's significantly bigger than Lomachenko, and he young, he athletic, 114 on amateur record. He a 3 on my pedigree scale. That means that he medaled in the nationals and shit. He was losing to the top guys, but he was making it to the nationals and he was winning silver medals, you know what I'm saying? So he got a little background to him, like I said, 114. He Puerto Rican. I think that's kind of like an X factor for me in this fight because they fighting in New York, and we know that New York has a big Puerto Rican population. If they come out to this fight, it's a chance that the crowd might be pro Ortiz, even though Lomachenko is the bigger name fighter. You know what I'm saying? This guy, he's very strong and he got a good gas tank. Whenever I see him fight, he be jumping and bouncing on his toes in the last round. So that's just let me know that he got a good motor. He's ambidextrous. He do switching. I normally don't like the switching, but in this situation, I kind of do because you got a scientific fighter like Lomachenko. I think if you switch a little bit and you able to throw a powerful jab from the southpaw stance, like make this a southpaw and southpaw fight in some spots, I think that might give Lomachenko some problems. And when I think back on Lomachenko's his run, I can't think of nobody like Jermaine Ortiz that he beat. Like he done beat some good fighters, don't get me wrong. But the combination of youth, size, amateur background, I don't think he beat nobody like that. The closest would be Teofimo Lopez, who was probably like a step above Jermaine Ortiz, but he lost that fight. You know what I'm
Exactly what
saying?
I was thinking.
Yeah, and this guy's a little bit more versatile than Teofimo. This guy like to switch and stuff like that. And plus he got a motor. Teofimo, he be saying he had problems. What did he say he had problems with? I think he said he got problems with his breathing or some shit that be taking his strength late in fights. I don't think there's gonna be no issue with this guy Jermaine Ortiz. He gonna be strong from the beginning to the end. You know what I'm saying? So coming off this layoff, this guy's sharp. He done fought twice in 2022 already. He's stepping up in competition. L Dub, he favors Lomachenko, but I heard him say one time, like he was talking about Kid Galahad when he was fighting against that Southpaw white dude. I can't think of his name right now, but he was like, man, he hot right now. Ortiz kind of feel a little bit hot to me. Like he's stepping up, had a good fight against Jamel Herring. He do got a draw on his resume. He had a draw with the Joseph Adorno kid, but he ain't no slouch. He can punch a little bit. 178 and 22 amateur record, or maybe 156 and 22. You'll see both of those. But he ain't no slouch though. You see what I'm saying? So I think this is gonna be very hard for Lomachenko. Well, maybe not hard, but it's gonna be some kind of challenge for this guy this weekend. I don't think it's gonna cruise. They got Lomachenko as a 16-1 favorite. If you bet on Ortiz, you get plus 750. I think that's too much. And if you take Ortiz by decision, it's plus 1600, 16-1. Like, damn, I'm tempted to just throw a little 50 on there, you know what I'm saying, for shits and giggles. Hell, 50 bring back 800. But yeah, so I'm thinking Lomachenko by decision to be conservative for right now. Don't get I might get some inspiration and go with Jermaine Ortiz, you know what I'm saying? Because of all the reasons that I just laid out. But I just wanted to get my take on that shit real quick.
What's that upset alert?
I think he might be on some slight upset alert type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because see, this is a thing though too. Like normally I say a 3.5 can beat anybody up to a 5. Well, this ain't a 3.5. This is a 3. So I got to take that into consideration. The guy is young, but maybe that might be to his advantage because maybe he don't know no better. You know, the young guys, they be something with the young guys. Sometimes they don't know no better. Like they don't know they supposed to lose. And they'll go in there and do what they got to do. And plus, you got to remember, Muhammad Ali, he said that B-level fighters are dangerous because you never know when they decide to be an A-level fighter. Like this is like a fight for a Puerto Rican and a Puerto Rican. I can't say a Puerto Rican fight town, but it's a fight town that supports Puerto Rican fighters. He might feel up to the task, and plus he's bigger than Lomachenko. But one thing that stands out to me too is that they were sparring partners. I done seen pictures of them taking. I done seen them taking pictures together after sparring. So that let me know that there's some familiarity there. And Lomachenko, he might have an easier time with him than I'm expecting because he might know this kid because they've been sparring. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of really what got me picking Lomachenko. But I do expect this kid to fight back. I think he's gonna be a tough fight from the beginning to the end.
DMZ, salute, man. What's good, bro? Who's go?
OG.
Man, what's happening? Hey, I was thinking when you mentioned about the sparring and shit, the first thing came to my head was the respect level. Some of these motherfuckers like Caleb Plant really pissed me off and got this stuck in my head with what he did with Canelo. Was trying to get Canelo's respect and like he was in there with Mr. Miyagi or some shit. Am I good? Am I pretty good for a white boy? I hope Ortiz don't go in there with that same respect for Lomachenko, man. I hope he has some kind of nastiness to him and know that he can beat this dude instead of going in there just to be in there. Because when I be hearing these motherfuckers sparring, these motherfuckers, they be looking up to these kind of people. Once they fight them, they be having a little bit too much respect, and I think that costs a lot of them to fight. What you think about that respect level, so son?
Yeah, I think that's ridiculous. That's all
Uh,
I can say about it.
what you say?
I said I think that's ridiculous. That's all I can say about it.
Yeah, me too, man.
That's
Like
shit
what
with
Plant
weak.
did really stood out. What Plant did with Canelo, I think that's really what cost Plant the fight, man. He was in there really trying to earn the man respect instead of trying to beat this motherfucker, trying to break him down and beat the motherfucker. I think that's right there. Right there is a buzz killer, man. For some of these guys, be having this respect for these fighters. Get in there, and beat his ass, and then hug him afterwards and tell him how much respect you got for him afterwards. Get nasty with the motherfucker if you got to. What you think about it, bro?
Oh yeah, I definitely agree with you. That's why I'm taking Lomachenko by decision. You know what I'm saying? Roy Jones was talking about that one day, like when sparring, when form. Matter of fact, I heard Roy Jones and I also heard Kenny Porter talking about it. More recently, I heard Kenny Porter, and he was talking about how he didn't want Sean Porter to keep on going to camps with Manny Pacquiao because he did not want him to develop a sparring partner's mentality. He want him to always feel like he like one of them A-side type guys, for lack of a better term, expression, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you. That's why I took Lomachenko by decision. But but this dude do got some dog in him though. You know what I'm saying? But he can be hit. I saw Eric R when I was in the chat. He said that the dude lunge in with punches. He do. I see him with bloody noses kind of frequently too when I'm watching this film. So he can be hit, you know what I'm saying? But I think he does have some advantages coming into the fight. And if Lomachenko go out here and beat him, if he dominate him, I think that's gonna say a lot about Lomachenko. I'm gonna be impressed by it, and I think that people need to know so we can put the shit in context. Because some people might look at it and be like, "Oh, he went out there and just beat some young bum." Nah, this ain't a young bum. This is a decent fighter right here, and if he beat him, we got to give him some credit, some respect.
Hey, for your shit run out, Trey X. Hey, what you think about that JoJo Diaz versus Williams Zepeda Segura fight?
Man, I'm taking JoJo Diaz in the fight,
For real?
man. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I'm going against the grain. I think there's some Golden Boy shit, right? So Zepeda, I think he like a Golden Boy fighter, ain't he?
Well, I know JoJo is. I
Oh,
thought he was.
JoJo is.
I thought he was Golden Boy.
I thought Zepeda was Golden Boy. You know, I ain't just the best with that kind of stuff.
I think
But
both of them is, but I mean both of them. I think Zepeda is and JoJo was. I remember reading something about JoJo and Oscar got into it or some shit.
oh, okay. I'm leaning toward JoJo Diaz though, because he been on a run fighting a bunch of southpaws. He done fought like 7 southpaws in a row or some shit like that. And one in the southpaw that he fought a draw with, I can't think of his name right now because I've been seeing so many Eastern European names. That shit starting to run together. But he fought an Eastern European that fought in the AIBA World Championships, and he fought a draw with the guy. Um, I saw that the fans they scored it as a draw, and one of the judges actually scored it for JoJo Diaz. It was a majority draw, and one had it for Diaz. But Diaz, man, I think this might just be his time to shine. You know what I'm saying? Like he done came up pretty hard, man. I mean, he done fought some tough guys from Gary Russell Jr. and all these different motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, coming up in weight classes. He ain't no easy out for anybody. He coming off like a 10-month layoff, but this ain't his first time coming off a layoff. As a matter of fact, when he fought that draw with that Eastern European, he hadn't fought in like I think 13 months or some shit like that, at least 11 months. So this ain't his first time doing that. I just don't think this guy got the experience. And plus, JoJo Diaz got a deep amateur background, 2-time national champion and all that kind of shit. He was fighting in the Olympic trials. I didn't see much about Zepeda, but I did read one person say that he was a Mexican national champion, and they said that he actually fought in the AIBA World Championships when he was 17 years old, and he got 2 wins. He got a win over Southpaw, but he got put out this tournament by Southpaw too. Southpaw on Southpaw is not something that you see every day. That can give people problems. But the fact that JoJo Diaz is not nothing new to him. This guy done fought like 6, 7 of them in a row. I think that gives him an advantage coming into this fight. And he got to have some confidence and feel good about himself because the times that they done counted him out, he always showed something. Even when he lost to Gary Russell Jr., that wasn't no easy fight. I know Gary Russell Jr. beat him like 8-4 or maybe 7-5, but JoJo Diaz, when he was using his jab, he was getting Gary Russell Jr. all kind of problems. Going to the body, fought a very strong fight. So just looking at the level of competition and looking at the backgrounds and stuff, that got me leaning toward JoJo.
Hey, correction. They both JoJo's still with Golden Boy, so they both with Golden
Okay, that make it even better because he might can win a decision.
Boy. L Dub said Ortiz working with Boots' strength and conditioning coach for this fight. He said strength and conditioning coaches is key to some fights. Key to some fights. To some. Uh,
That's true. And
I
plus,
just
that's a
said,
strength that he is already. He already got a good gas tank.
yeah. I just said don't forget to break down Jake Paul versus Silva. Uh, Ivan Bell fight. He
Hey,
fighting Anderson
on
Silva.
that card, yeah, he fight Anderson Silva. That might be a little test for him though.
Yeah, I was just
Like,
gonna say
damn.
that. He got a boxing background.
He got knocked out in '98 though by a bum. I know that was a long time ago, but shit, it's on his resume. He got knocked out by a bum back in '98. Anderson Silva. Hey man, I'm gonna tell you, is Jake Paul. When you look on BoxRec and you look who promoting this event, you see Jake Paul. It's kind of hard for me to go against a man that's against a man in his own event. Like this is his shit. You know what I'm saying? Like can Anderson Silva win a decision against Jake Paul when the fight is being promoted by Jake Paul?
Yeah.
That don't make sense to me. I swear I started to put some money on Jake Paul just because of that. that will go against what I've been doing. So I decided not to, you know what I'm saying? Just play it safe. But I expect Jake Paul to go out here and win this fight. I won't be surprised if he go out there and stop it.
Man, he probably paying that dude to stop him.
I just want to
But
say, on that undercard, you got Shadeja Green. I've been talking about her. She like a monster. Like she like a butch lesbian chick, but she at 168 and she on the undercard, man. Amanda Serrano be giving her all kind of props. You gotta watch. She probably knocked this chick out.
okay, I ain't heard of her yet.
Yeah. When
Yeah, hey, this the golden age of women's boxing, huh, man?
Yeah, she 10-0 with 9 knockouts. When they asked Clarissa Shields who she would want to fight, she mentioned Shadeja Green at Super Middle.
That brings up something that I've been thinking about because Carissa called herself the GOAT, and a lot of people agree. But I just saw some people say they feel like that she would lose to Ann Wolf.
Man,
I
come
know
on.
Ann Wolf is significantly bigger because I think she fought at light heavyweight, and that's basically heavyweight for women, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Who do y'all think would win out of that fight? Because I saw an article where Carissa said that she would entertain the idea of going up to light heavyweight if the money was right.
Clarissa all
So
day, man.
you take Carissa over Ann Wolf all day?
Yes, sir.
I like me, amateur background, all that. Ann Wolf don't have none of that. But Carissa said something after that Savannah Marshall fight that I ain't got out my mind. Because she was talking about I couldn't see after the sixth round because she do hit hard. Well, damn, if you think Savannah Marshall hit hard, what you gonna think when Ann Wolf hit you? Hey, is there a harder puncher in boxing, women's boxing history than Ann Wolf, in your opinion?
Shit, besides
Maybe
Christy Martin.
Shadeja Green.
Christy Martin had power.
Yeah, Kristen, yeah, I remember watching her fights all the time.
I mean, she knocked out Vonda Ward because Vonda Ward kept her hands down, but I mean, she wasn't knocking out everybody like that.
Yeah, it seemed like she got better over time though, because she was learning on the job.
Yeah, because she
Because
got
I
beat by Valerie Mafood early in her career.
And if you look at that Ann Wolf and you compare that Ann Wolf to the fights later, like the Vonda Ward fight, that's look like a totally different fighter.
Yeah.
A seasoned Ann Wolf, I'm not gonna think that ain't no threat. And then just her mentality, like she's mean, she rough, throw a lot of power, throw with bad intentions, coming to kill, maim, destroy.
Yeah, that's real. But Clarissa Skill got them skills though, man.
I know it, man, but goddamn though, bro. Go ahead, Marlon. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was about to catch up in the chat. L Dub said Rockmall fighting Selfa Barrett for a
Yeah.
vacant IBF 130 title.
Yeah, I like Self Barrett, man, because he get out there and box and move on him. He ain't got a bunch of power, but he a good fighter. He won some money for me not that long ago. Went out there and beat a guy by decision. Had me and Yasa over here cheering for the other dude, like, come on, motherfucker, survive this shit. Because he would get his ass pieced up by Zelfa Barrett. But that's a good fight. They got Rockamoff at minus 360, and last time I checked, they had Zelfa Barrett at like plus 265. I think Rockamoff will probably win the fight, but I think that Zelfa Barrett is definitely gonna come fight back.
L Dub said Williams and Payton his training partners. Zubaril Matias.
Yeah, Super Matias, that's the one that I think that's the one that had that Ananyan. He got beat by Ananyan. Ananyan was like 260 amateur, 220 and 60 or some shit like that. He beat Matias the first time. Matias was like 120. Then came back in the rematch. I took Ananyan in the rematch. Everybody else took Matias. But that's the fight that I said I wasn't mad about losing because Ananyan was just showing toughness in that fight. You know what I'm saying? Like a real warrior. But Matias is strong, got a lot of power and stuff, man. Me and you, we didn't call the fight before. You know what I'm saying?
Donald, now the 67-year-old Grant G. Grant. Salute, fam. What's happening?
Salute,
It's just
OG.
boxing. Salute. Uh,
Salute.
MZ say about to head to work. He said, but he got my earbuds in to listen. Appreciate you, bro. Have a good
I've,
one.
I've been trying to tell this nigga to get in on these football bets. I think he doubted me. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing about me, bro. I hate to be doubted. But nigga, I've been putting a foot in their ass with these football picks. Last week, I was damn, my mind just went blank. I was 7-1. And then I come back this week and I go 13-7 in a college. and then I came back and went 3-1 with the NFL. I've been going 3-1 on the NFL for like 3 straight weeks. You know what I'm saying? I got to go back and look at my numbers and shit again. Last time I saw it was like 23-9 overall though, making some money. You know what I'm saying?
Joseph Brown said, I got to go with the paper. L Dub said, should DC Green fight will be shown on the Showtime YouTube channel before the pay per view. He also said
Hey,
Clarissa's
that's
next
good to know. I ain't got to steal the shit.
fight.
Yeah.
L Dub also said Clarissa's next fight will be in boxing, not in MMA. She defends her middleweight undisputed title. Donald, the 67-year-old G say, he said, I'm not on the YouTube daily watching anything but educational things, and I came here to watch the real. He said it seems like emotions are high in these boxing communities. Y'all please keep it real. Came in late. Salute fam. Most definitely will do.
That's why I've been kind of neutral about the Spence and Crawford situation because I don't really know what's going on. I ain't behind the scenes, nothing like that. I don't know what's been talked about. I don't know what's in no contracts. I don't know shit.
Yeah,
You
that's
know what I'm
my
saying?
fault.
Yeah, so I just kind of been neutral about the shit. I am disappointed because I want to see the fight like a pig want to see some slop. You know what I'm saying? But I guess they doing what they feel like they need to do. To me, when I first heard about it, the first thing that jumped in my mind is that somebody then got the Crawford and like, hey man, look, you ain't fought in down there a year. You coming off a long layoff. That ain't good for no fighter. You need to be stay busy. If y'all motherfuckers can't get the shit done, you need to have a stay busy fight, a tune-up type fight or something. You know what I'm saying? That's what crossed my mind. I mean, I might be wrong, but
He said, you see what Spence be doing to motherfuckers when he come off the layoff. He don't take too much. He destroy motherfuckers.
I
Uh,
know, but I still consider that like an outlier. For the most part, fighters they come back and get a good tune-up in or something. Earl Spence, I can't even really think of other fighters that do the same type of shit. Like somebody that will come off a car wreck and then go fight Danny Garcia without no tune-up or nothing. I think that's something that's kind of that we can credit to him, but maybe not other people.
yeah. I was saying, I was piggybacking on what you said. Somebody told Crawford. He also mentioned that, like, ain't you trying to go up against a motherfucker who succeed in layoff? So Joseph Brown said, I gotta go with Clarissa. She more skillful. It's just boxing. Say salute Marlo and Trey. Salute, bro. Winston P
Salute.
said, look at my Bears tonight, man. They whooping the Patriots ass. Derek
Hey
Bailey.
man, but I like what Zappy did though, man. Zappy said, "Nigga, I'm coming in to take something." If he would have started the game, they might have won, man. But Zappy, he the fourth round pick. And Mac Jones, the first round pick, and he trash. I know he coming out of Alabama, but he trash. He came back from injury. When he was injured, Zappy out there balling, throwing for 300 yards on niggas, blowing people out. I took him over the Browns the week before last. I took him last week too. I just can't remember who the fuck they played. But Zappy went out there and handled that business. And they had Mac Jones start the damn game. And then Zappy came in after he was fucking up and threw an interception. And Zappy came in and got 2 quick touchdowns on the motherfucker. I was like, man, you witnessing somebody saying that I'm coming to take something. I ain't coming just to be a backup quarterback. I'm coming to take something. You know what I'm saying?
Derek Bailey talking to Elder. MZ said, salute Marlo and Trey. Salute, bro. Derek Bailey said, EJ said Danny was a tune up.
Yeah.
Tuned his ass up for real.
Yeah, he
Shit.
handled the business.
But y'all got any other topics y'all want to jump on?
We got that pro grade fight coming up too. What's the name of the damn Southpaw he fighting? The one that fought Jose Ramirez. A lot of people felt like he beat Ramirez. He got that knockout over
Zepeda,
Alvin
ain't
Garanchi. That's why I was thinking, but hell, we just said Zepeda. Both of their names Zepeda, huh? William Zepeda and Jose
it? Jose.
Zepeda.
Yeah.
Yeah, who y'all like in that fight?
Prograde.
Pro grade all day.
Go
Why?
my man Prograde, because my man Prograde hungry. He want that Josh Taylor rematch. I mean, I don't really think it's a lot of what is it, super lightweights that can fool with my man Prograde, really.
Except for some youngsters that's coming up that might be able to get with him in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Like the Tiger Johnson kid. I think I heard L Dub say he fight at 140. I had somebody was talking about him during a live stream. and I said that he wasn't on the level of some other fighter. This dude got a deep ass amateur background. I think he won silver at the AIBA World Championships. I'm talking about he ain't on the level. Hell, he might have won gold in the youth championships and some shit. That's a bad dude, you know what I'm saying? But as far as this fight, southpaw on southpaw, like I always say, that's dangerous. Prograde and already went toe to toe with a bad southpaw and Josh Taylor. This guy right here, I think that Prograde got the better chin because this guy, I done seen him in the elevator fight. Him and Baranchis, they knocking each other down. That shit was like fight of the year or some shit, or at least a candidate. And Prograde, I done seen Prograde take some shots and he don't even wobble. I ain't never even seen him stumble or nothing. So I think he got the better chin. I think he got just as much power. Maybe Zepeda might got a little bit more power. He really hit hard, you know what I'm saying? But I think they're gonna be able to hit each other. I think that Prograde can get out there and box a little bit like he did with that white dude from the UK. I can't remember his name. Prograde went out there and looked real good against that guy with the head movement, had a little bit of jab working and shit like that. So I think he can fight on the inside and go hard with you, but at the same time, he can step out and box with you a little bit. So that's what made me pick Prograde. He can fight on the inside and he can fight on the outside a little bit.
See, the thing about Progress, he just played defense because he want to. Remember when he first came out, people were saying his chin was his defense.
Yeah. But he kept on saying, I'm showing what I have to show. Ain't nobody made me pull out my full game yet.
Yeah.
So he might have meant that.
I think Probate do a lot of stuff well, man. And one particular thing he do well is he go to the body and he make his opponent bring his hands down, set up them big shots. I think that's gonna be a big factor in this fight. You know, I'm probably gonna take Probate by stopping somewhere
Ooh.
8,
I,
9.
I won't be surprised. Y'all can still hear me?
yeah.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I won't be surprised if it's a stoppage. I mean, because I have seen Zepeda get dropped and shit in fights, but he is tough though, man. If he get dropped, I do expect him to try to get up. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no punk. That's a fight that I'm definitely looking forward to, man. I can't wait for that shit.
That's this
Also,
weekend?
You think he gonna get up
no.
from
Oh,
a liver shot?
I ain't seen him have to do that yet. Only them real special tough motherfuckers get up from the liver shots, man. We'll see though. It's a fight. It's a fight coming up this weekend with Jordan Gill versus Kiko Martinez. That motherfucker Jordan Gill took a hard ass liver shot and had to sit down somewhere.
Yo, Dub
I
said
think
Tyrone
Katie Taylor
McKenna
fighting on that
was the
card.
guy that Regan showed out on.
What's his
Tyrone
name?
Tyrone McKenna.
McKenna. He knocked him out. I'm talking about the other one, L Dub. I'm talking about the damn, I can't remember his name, man. He from the UK and Prograde. Prograde didn't stop him. This fight went the distance. But Prograde went out there and just outboxed the man all night long. To me, that's one of the fights he looked the best in, even though he didn't get the knockout. He just had the head moving and shit working so good. Had the jab and shit working. You know what I'm saying? I know you know who I'm talking about.
Talking about the motherfucker who bit that dude.
I don't know about nobody. No, I think you talking about the dude that fought against Danny Garcia, that bit a motherfucker, huh?
Yeah.
With that colorful hair and shit or something like that.
Yeah, him.
Nah. This dude looked like he a little tall. Like he at least looked like he was taller than Prograde. And
Terry Flanagan.
yeah, there we go, Flanagan.
That was L Dub.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I can't see the chat right now, y'all, because I don't have Wi-Fi to be looking at my other device. I'm just on the data right now. But I already knew L Dub knew who I was talking about. No, but that's not this weekend, man. I was just saying some good fights we got coming up. Like, for example, we got Jermaine Franklin. They've been talking about him fighting Dillian White.
Yeah.
I know we didn't clown Franklin in the past and stuff, but this is a step-up fight for him. He got a good amateur background coming out the United States. Dillian White only got 6 amateur fights. I'm leaning toward Jermaine Franklin to go out there and beat the motherfucker, but I won't be surprised if he get caught with one of them Dillian White left hooks. Them whole dude got some power. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, don't Booth got a fight coming up soon?
I ain't heard nothing about him.
I thought I read something about that fight coming up soon. Napoleon Armstrong in the building, so bro.
I was wondering when he was gonna come through the door.
We was just talking about you, and we was talking about Bud. They got that clickbait out there with Bud, huh? Trying to start some motherfucking bullshit. I heard. I was speaking up on it. Somebody had put me up on game that was clickbait.
Yeah, they've been kind of kicking my ass on Napoleon Armstrong and L Dub. When they say one dude gonna win, I say the other dude gonna win. They've been right. Abdullah Mayweather, when he fought against that Tapia dude over there in Australia, L Dub got me yesterday. Well, not yesterday, day before yesterday. He had took Padraig McCrory over Leon Boone out there in Germany. Let me tell y'all something, man. When it comes to these motherfuckers fighting across that pond, if they come from Italy, Spain, Germany, France, I mean, them motherfuckers be weak as well water out there. Do not trust the motherfucker coming from Germany or France, especially. Them dudes be weak. I swear, man, I had to, man.
Got me too, Trey. Don't feel bad. We both picked that one.
Yeah, man, I had picked, they had him as a favorite too. I had picked, who I picked? I picked Matthew Bartalik to go out there and get with, Callum Smith a few months ago. He went out there and got his ass knocked out in 4 rounds. Had me up here looking crazy. Cause he a Olympic bronze medalist, and they was giving 12-1 odds on the decision. So I said, "Fuck it, I'll be your Huckleberry," and I was their Huckleberry that night. Yeah, so they been putting some shit together. I gotta say though, cause that nigga L Dub, whenever he right there in my inbox. Hey man, you seeing this? But if that nigga wrong, he ain't nowhere to be found. That's one thing about it. If he right, he there talking all kind of noise. But if I take Jai Opataya over Maurice Bradis, you think he in my inbox talking about you see this? Hell no. But that's one thing. That's one thing about it. So yeah, I got to put something together and come back with something on L Dub. That's my niggas. That's one thing about me though, because I've been betting on fights, and I feel like L Dub is a tool because he know a lot. He know a lot about the background shit and all that kind of shit. So I ask his opinion. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, he be right. I got to give it to him.
Hey, L Dub said he remembered when Jermaine Franklin family member was in the chat. I don't even remember that.
Yeah, we were clowning the nigga because I think they said the cousin was his trainer or something. We were talking about the nigga and shit. I can't remember who was on the panel, but yeah, we were clowning and shit that night. What else we got? Another fight. This Jonathan Gonzalez, man, he fighting this Shokichi Iwata. That's coming up fairly soon. The Jonathan Gonzalez guy, a lot of people felt like he lost his last fight. He had fought this Asian. I can't remember his name. The Asian had like 300 amateur fights though. And Gonzalez beat him. I think it might have been for a vacant belt or something. So he got this fight coming up against Shokichi Iwata over there in Japan. And that's a hometown fight for Iwata. Jonathan Gonzalez, he took a knockout loss to a man that was beaten by Shokichi Iwata in the amateurs. You know what I'm saying? This dude looked pretty big, looked pretty strong for the weight class. L-Dub feel like he gonna go out there and knock the motherfucker out. Gonzalez has been stopped twice in his career, so that might happen, but he got stopped at a higher weight class though. I think he's gonna come fight back. I started to jump on the bet, but both of them got deep amateur background, so I just stayed out the way. But that's definitely a good fight that's coming up fairly soon. I think it might be November the 1st or some shit that's coming up. It's coming up real soon, so y'all be on the lookout for that. It's a good fight.
Hey, Hype say Zepeda has never been clearly beat. He said one loss due to injury, and the other was a hometown decision of Ramirez, which was a toss-up. Hype say Ennis will not be fighting this year. He had no fight date due to the big fight holding up the dates. Talking about Spence. L Dub say Trey, I went live right after the Jade Apataya fight. Though to eat his crow.
Nah, hold on. He did do that. I give him his props, but at the same time, he wasn't in my inbox talking about you seeing this. It wasn't none of that. And then look, he wanted to bet me on the fight. He talking about better gentleman 20. But I'm getting 2.75 to 1 odds. If I bet 20, I win 55. So why would I bet a man 20 and I can bet 20 on Bovada and win 55 if I win for the 20? But after the fight, I had went to his live stream to serve that crow, and he over there. But you didn't want to bet though. You didn't want to bet though. My money must not be good enough and all that kind of shit. No, it's not good enough if I'm getting 2.75 to 1 odds. Hey, when it comes to boxing, I talk my shit, but at the same time, I'm only gonna have so much of a dick swinging contest with you. If I'm getting good odds somewhere, I'm gonna take them odds. Fuck all of that trying to prove who the strongest and all that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I got some. But we also got that Bivol versus Zerto fight
I was
that's
just
gonna be
about to
coming
ask
up.
who you got in that fight.
Bro, that's a tough fight for me to really decide who I think gonna win, because I saw that Bivol has problems with taller fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like when he fought against Spider Richards, that was a competitive fight. One of the judges had it 115, 114. You know what I'm saying? Had a 10-10 round, but had that shit real close. Uh, that dude that he fought before Canelo, the one that you said he walked up and just hit him with a right hand. You were like, man, this ain't no high level shit right here. That dude there is a tall fighter too. I think he listed at like 6'1" or 6 foot, but he
I
looks
might have been
significantly.
I might have been talking about that Craig Richards fight because he said he couldn't get up for that fight. So I thought he was fighting very lazy in that fight.
Well, it was a
As
it
well.
was a yeah, it was a Eastern European that he fought after that. That's real tall. And
Yeah.
he didn't
I,
look quite as dominant. It's like, yeah, to me, his style is better for somebody that's shorter. That's one reason why I was like, he gonna whoop Canelo. I didn't say he gonna beat him. I said he gonna whoop Canelo because I felt like he was tailor made for Bivol. But Bivol going against somebody taller, he not like a Bob and Weed type of guy. He kind of keep his back straight. And when you fighting somebody taller, that make it a little bit harder. Like when you fighting a tall guy, man, it's good to get down low, make yourself a smaller target, pop up with mean intentions, and then when you get done with your work, find you an escape hatch. You know what I'm saying? But that's not really how he fight though. And plus, he going against a southpaw. I haven't really seen him throw like a lot of lead right hands and stuff like that. That could be something that could be tricky. I'm definitely gonna ride with him though. I mean, 268 and 15. Um, a baby world beat a bronze in the youth AIBA World Championships and shit like that. Y'all know how I am. I gotta ride with Bivol. And plus he got the speed advantage and stuff like that. Zerto, that's one thing that L Dub been talking about a lot. He been talking about how slow Ramirez is. And I think he's slow too. I agree that Bivol got the speed advantage and just the overall boxing experience and stuff like that. But I do think this is very tough. And I won't be surprised if Ramirez beat him. Because one thing I noticed, um, if you want to look for a robbery, don't be surprised if a Mexican get one. Like a close fight, maybe not even a robbery, but if it's some close rounds, don't be surprised if a Mexican get that shit, man. Cause they be wanting to please the Mexican fans. I cashed in on that shit not that long ago. I took Misiel Lopez over Orlando Gonzalez on the ESPN card, plus 600 odds. We had the Puerto Rican going against the Mexican, and the Mexican went out there and got all the close rounds and won that plus 600 for his boy Trey X, 6-1 odds. You know what I'm saying? So I don't be surprised if the Mexican get close rounds in this fight.
I was gonna say, I'm going to skills pay the bill. I ride with skills, I lose with skills, I win with skills. But I think Zuro is like a big size Navarrete. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got really he don't even really work with the jab. He just like to go in there and let his hands go. But he also walks in and takes shots doing it. And I think Bickle, you know what I'm saying, gonna have a lot of tools that he gonna be able to use and take advantage of in this fight. Um, I see if Bickle can, Bickle Zudo can get his ass against the ropes or something, and he gonna have success there. But I think in the middle of the ring, I think he's gonna have a lot of problems trying to get to Bickle. I'm choosing Bickle probably by decision. I'd be surprised if he stoppage, but if the stoppage, I would favor Mary. I'm right with Bickle.
I agree with you on that, bro. What about you, DeCane?
yeah, man. I gotta ride with Bivol because he got more skills than this guy. But like you said, it's gonna be an uphill battle. So I wouldn't be surprised if Zerto pull it off, but I gotta go with Bivol's skills, man.
Skills pay the bill. Yeah, I was thinking Bivol by decision. I don't think I'm a bet on it though. I was real close because they got the odds at minus 193. That ain't too bad. But I just couldn't pull the trigger, man, because I just don't think he looked the best against tall guys. But I might end up taking a bet. But I wanted to also ask about that Chantel Cameron fight that y'all kept on talking about with what's her name? That Pitbull.
Jessica McCaskill.
That's a
It's another
goddamn
fight. It's
animal.
another fight on that card too. I want to talk about, or that
But
same day anyway.
who you think gonna win that fight?
The McCaskill Cameron fight.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of lean towards Cameron, man, but you know, I should have learned my lesson underestimating Jessica McCaskill by now. But I do think Chantel Cameron is the more skilled fighter, but Jessica McCaskill a damn pit bull. To me, Jessica McCaskill is what I wanted Sean Porter to be. You know what I'm saying? Because she fight like him, but she got more punch accuracy. I always said if Sean Porter had more punch accuracy, he would be a world champion. You know what I'm saying? And he would hold on to that belt, but he just be throwing punches. But somehow she fight like that, but she land her punches, and that shit is like beautiful to watch. So I mean, damn, it's gonna be Cameron hardest fight, but I think she got the boxing ability to pull it off, man.
I've been studying this McCaskill a little bit, man. I looked at her fight against Katie Taylor. It really made me to have a more respect. I looked at some other fights too, like them two
She has
fights that she had.
improved a lot since then.
Yeah, but Katie Taylor did some shit. Katie Taylor fought in a special way to beat that woman. Like, cause she came with different game plan. The first time she tried to match fire with fire. When she come, Katie Taylor tried to step to and get a fast combination on and get up out of there. But man, Katie Taylor legs and shit looked so smooth in that fight, man. She was gliding around that ring. She looked like Roger Federer on a tennis court in his prime or some shit, the way she was sliding and gliding. But she wasn't having as much success as she wanted to with the combinations. So she started hitting her with one punch at a time. Like she'll let her get close, boom, hit her with a check hook, then move. She'll let her get it close, looping right hand around the guard, and move. Like just kept on one shot move, one shot move, one shot move, and the shit was beautiful. I don't know if Cameron gonna be able to do that type of shit, man. Cameron, I looked at a little bit. She got some good skills, amateur background, all that kind of stuff. But McCaskill is a fucking demon. Like when I looked at like think about Sean Porter, he a tough fighter. To me, McCaskill is a mean fighter. And I looked at her fight again against Alma Ibarra. And I actually had like I can't say lost, but after that fight, it made me look at Ibarra like, damn, like you don't even belong in boxing. But when I went back and looked at it again, I actually got more respect for it. She tried to fight McCaskill, bro. She tried to take a step back, plant her foot, put her foot in the ground and come back with something like a right hand or something. Like she really tried, bro. She was landing good punches. But this woman is relentless. I'm talking about she mean. She was hitting this woman with all kind of punches. And after the fight, they had a moment when because McCaskill didn't know why she quit. She thought that she might have been hurt or something. So after the fight was announced that it was over, she went over and she went to him like, "Are you okay?" Like she was genuinely concerned because she know how she coming. Like she coming with some heat. Man, I want to take Cameron because the amateur background and the skills. But just looking at the dog that's off in McCaskill, I don't know, man. I think I gotta take McCaskill, bro. I ain't seen a
I ain't
woman
mad
like
at it.
her. I ain't seen a woman like McCaskill, bro. Besides like Ann Wolf, don't get me wrong, but you know what I'm saying though. This woman tough, mean.
Yeah. It's funny you say she a mean fighter because I was watching an interview with her and her trainer Rick Ramos, and she was saying that she got that Michael Jordan mentality where it's like if somebody didn't say something about, she make up something mean that they said in her head so that she can go out there and fight them like she mad at them. So
I
yeah,
see it.
you
I
spot
see
on with that mean shit.
that woman mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about the other guy. I'm gonna take McCaskill. Let me get up the chest. Bible said Bible. Eric R said he got Bible. D'Lo said, I got zero, so y'all go ahead and ride with Bible. Oh yeah, you know we're gonna serve you that, bro.
Yeah, he was at the very bottom on the Champ Ross last week. That ain't nothing new.
L Dub said, Umar Solomon.
Yeah, that's the one that the tall fighter that fought against Bivol before Bivol fought against Canelo. They got him listed at like 6'1", but to me he looked like he like 6'3". But Bivol didn't look as dominant against him and Spider Richards, taller fighters.
L Dub also said, if Zudo plus 200, on fight night. He taking Bivol 10-2. Joseph Brown said Zudo is way too slow, and I question his gas tank the way Bivol footwork. Uh,
Like that speed.
Donald now say Donald G say salute to all you guys. Miss you guys. Always keeping it boxing. I like that. Appreciate you, bro. Always
Salute.
good to see you, man. Uh, everybody talking to everybody. Let me see. D'Lo said it could be like Sergio Martinez versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Talking about that Bill Ramirez fight.
That was orthodox on orthodox though.
Everybody talking. Uh, Winston Lee said that's that Chicago grit. Talking about Jessica.
Ooh, that woman mean boy. She definitely the meanest fighter in the game today.
Joseph
No
Brown.
doubt about it.
Besides what, Jamel Charlo?
Well, I mean, it's some mean fighters in the fight game. It's kind of hard for me to go across the lines like that as far as the men go. But for the women, she definitely is the meanest. But I think it's some mean fighters in the men's that they don't act mean. Like a Nui, I think a Nui mean as a motherfucker. Nui would hit you with some shit, boy, that will have you stretched out on the motherfucking ground. You know what I'm saying?
Joseph Brown said McCaskey lock in. We locked in. I got McCaskey.
Yeah, I gotta take McCaskill.
Dr. G say, what channel are the fights on this weekend? They
And we
both
got 5 fight cards.
go ahead.
I'm just gonna say we got 5 fight cards this week, man. We got one. I know there's gonna be on ESPN, at least ESPN Plus, man, with Jermaine Ortiz and Lomachenko. That's probably like the fight of the weekend, you know what I'm saying? But we got like 4 other fight cards if you include that Jake Paul card. I don't know where everybody gonna be fighting, man. Y'all probably want to go holler at L Dub. L Dub be doing live streams and shit all through the week. He just did a live stream before our live stream. We talk about the fights this week. He always know where the fights, like what program they gonna be on. He can send you a link if you need to. He one of the coldest in the game, man. So if people are genuinely concerned about high level fighting, knowing the fights and when they taking place and the fighters and all that shit, subscribe to L Dub, man, and go over there and check that shit out.
Most definitely some stuff up to L Dub. Drop the link in the chat, L Dub, for the people that may be watching later on. Some new people that might come. Because I've been putting up them shorts and we've been getting a few new subscribers too.
I said,
um,
hey, I had told L Dub a long time ago. I said, hey, I don't go to your channel because when I come, I make people leave. And it still happen. Like he might have 12, 14 people in there. I go in there now, you say 6 or say 8 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But when I started betting, I said, man, I don't give a damn. Hell, I said, he's just going to have to say something. So I just been going in there fucking around. I've been going to down there all the live streams, as many as I can, you know what I'm saying? And you always learn something. So yeah, L Dub is a asset to the boxing community. So he deserves some support. Subscribe to L Dub.
real talk. Real talk. He most definitely needed, man. No clickbait. No none of that. Man, he know what the fuck he talking about. And he eat
Salute
his
to
crow.
D-Lo. I think. Oh my bad, bro. My bad.
I said, and he eat his crow.
Yeah, I think I heard you say something about D-Lo. Salute to D-Lo if I ain't said it.
Yeah, he said he gonna be listening, but I just seen the comment a few minutes ago. What was I at? Oh, L Dub say. L Dub say I like Cameron, but it will be tough as hell. It's just boxing said Bill will get me KO. Is he getting KO or we locked in with Bill? You saying he gonna KO under it? L Dub said 100. Everybody talking. Donald said I watch everybody but Jake. Who's he? I got ESPN Plus. In fact, he just a YouTuber. He ain't finna get up in there with no real fighter, with no top 10. D'Lo say Martinez southpaw, so it was opposite. He said the lefty was the faster fighter with better feet. L Dub dropped his link. Subscribe to L Dub. L Dub boxing. Yeah, I'm caught up. Y'all go ahead.
Oh, yeah, it's another fight on the same day as that McCaskill versus Cameron fight, and that's Natasha Jonas versus Marie Eve DeCare. Now, Marie Eve DeCare only got one loss, but it came to Clarissa Shields when Shields went down to super welter to become undisputed there. And she got like what 18 wins, and she only got one knockout. So
Hold on. I
Natasha,
gotta stop you, bro. Carissa fought at 140.
154,
Oh, I thought you said super lightweight or some shit.
super welter.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah. So Marie Eve Carey, she got like 18 wins, but she only got one knockout. So she ain't got a whole lot of power, but she can box real good. She done beat a lot of pretty high level boxers that's been around for a minute. Natasha Jonas though, she started at 135. Now she went up to 154. She stopped the first lady she fought, and then she beat the next lady. I think she already got a title at 154. She out here begging for Clarissa Shields smoke, talking about she want to fight Clarissa Shields because she thinks she faster than Clarissa Shields. So they fighting on the same day. I think this is gonna be a real good fight. That'll be a common opponent, Marie Eve DeCare, between Natasha Jonas and Carissa Shields. So I mean, I'm looking forward to see how Jonas perform against her. To set up this Carissa Shields fight.
Man, hey, I'm gonna say I don't know nothing about the Marie Eve the Care. I have seen the name, but I don't know nothing about her. I like Natasha Jonas though. It's like that's one of my low key little boxing crush. Like Alicia Baumgartner. I like Natasha Jonas. I don't know why. I look at that
She
woman. She
cute.
got she got that forehead and shit poking out. I'm like, man, why this woman look pretty like this to me, man? I like that woman,
Them
but she
hazel
ain't.
eyes.
She pretty, man, but hey, she ain't got nothing for Carissa.
Nah,
That's
she
a
don't, but she
massacre.
thinks she do. She thinks she got.
That's a massacre. I'm interested to see what she gonna do. Do the Marie Eve, the care woman, do she got an amateur background?
I think she started boxing late. But I
Okay.
do not think she got much. I was looking for the Trey X investigation on that. That's why I'm bringing up the fight because I know you're gonna come back with something.
Nah, I ain't got nothing, but I do know that Natasha Jonas got a deep amateur background though. So just going off this information, I gotta say I gotta take Natasha Jonas. And also, like I've seen that the weight classes don't mean as much. Cause like L Dub, I keep on saying L Dub because I've been listening to this nigga so much, but I always like to give credit and cite my information. But he was one of the people that was saying like, man, don't worry about the weight classes too much with the women,
Yeah,
because he took what's that woman that got knocked out by Baumgartner that put Baumgartner on the map?
Terry Hall.
He
Oh,
took
Hannah
her.
Rank.
Yeah, he took her to go up there and beat Hannah Rankin, and I started to bet on it, but I was like, man, I just got to see because normally if a person is moving up like 1 or 2 weight classes and this their first time and they fight the champion, that normally don't end well, except for like Crawford versus Jeff Horn or something like that. But most of the time it don't end well. So I said I just got to sit back and see. But I think I do agree, man. The fights, the rounds are not as long. They only got 2 minute rounds, so they don't get a chance to really get out there and impose their will on a person like a man does. You know what I'm saying? They don't get as much. And women, I don't really see them leaning on fighters and stuff like a Tyson Fury and nothing like that. So it seems like the weight doesn't mean as much. You know what I'm saying? I forgot the fucking point I was gonna make. I'm sitting up here on this killer. Well, yeah, I think Natasha Jonas will go out there and get her ass whooped by Carissa, though. I know that.
Oh
Ain't,
yeah.
ain't, did she have a baby by the love dude? Is that her?
My
By who?
love.
Yeah, what's the the dude that being not
Oh no, you talking about? Yeah, he talking about Jay Young Love and that Natasha in the Mayweather gym with that long neck. She pretty, but she got a long neck though, and she kind of thick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what y'all talking about.
Nah, we
Nah.
talking about Natasha Jonas, the UK fighter. I
Oh,
think she fought Katie Taylor. Didn't she fight Katie Taylor?
Yeah, she did. She lost.
Yeah, she lost to Katie Taylor. She tried to fight back a little bit though. I remember she tried to step in with like little 3 punch combination, ending with the right hook to the body and stuff like that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
do.
he probably thinking that other chick though, because I had said that she pretty. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, no, but I also was thinking like I was like, damn, do she got an amateur background? Cause she look like her skills look like they working on them skills. When he said that, I was like trying to make sure that see who he was talking about.
Yeah, I can't think of that woman name, bro. She thick though. You know who I'm talking about, Decay. You know who we talking about.
Yeah,
Nah,
you know
I
her
thought her
name's
name was
similar.
like
It's similar
Latanya
to
or something.
who y'all. I think it's Natasha Jones, something Jones.
Yeah, I think it's Latanya or something like
Oh
that.
Yeah,
yeah, okay.
Latanya.
Yeah, yeah. D-Lo in the building, salute, bro.
Salute, bro.
Salute, y'all. What's going on?
Shit, we just talking boxing, man. What's going down?
I'm chilling, man. I'm riding, so if my audio get bad, y'all just let me know. I go ahead and drop off.
I can't say shit because I'm over here eating up all my data right now, nigga. I'm sitting in the dark. I got candles lit in this bitch because I ain't got no power. It's a bad storm down here right now. So
Hey,
my shit,
I respect the dedication.
yeah, they got to talking about this boxing shit, man, and I couldn't stay where I was supposed to be. They got to talking about Lomachenko and Jermaine Ortiz. I said, man, hold on, man. I got to go get my thoughts on this shit. You know what I'm saying? We were talking
Hey,
about different fight. Go ahead,
my
bro.
bad. Marie Eve the Carey did have a little amateur background. They said she was in like a little ringside tournament, Quebec championship, shit like that. She started out doing karate and shit when she was young. So
Yeah, that ain't
she got a
matching
fight.
Natasha Jonas, though. She
Yeah,
over there fighting the ARBAs and shit. You know what I'm saying?
right, right.
Straight international, niggas. I gotta go with Jonas. I also wanted to know what y'all thought about the Charlo versus Zoo fight. Cause I think they gonna fight. Ain't they gonna fight?
Yeah, they made the fight about 4 months ago for January.
Okay, so that's
Just a matter
official.
Yeah, it's been official.
Okay,
just a
They
matter of
actually
how
posted.
Charlo gonna win.
But
go ahead, Kane.
And I said it's just a matter of how Charlo gonna win. That's my take on it.
You think it's gonna be easy like that?
I mean, I just think Charlo gonna win the fight. I don't think Zoo he alright, but he ain't ready for no Charlo unless he come with the performance of his life or something.
Well, the thing that worried me about this fight for Charlo, he ain't got a big amateur experience advantage. Like he 56-8, and I done read that the Zoo kid got like 40 amateur fights, so they in like a similar ballpark when it comes to that shit. And Charlo, I don't really, I don't really trust his ability to adjust on the fly. Sometimes it seems like it takes him some time to really get where he need to go as far as his adjustments. Like when he fought against Harrison, I thought he could have did better in the first fight. He came back and got the stoppage in the second fight, but it ain't like he adjusting fast. When he fought against the 181-5 guy that beat Earl Spence in the amateurs, the guy that beat the Southpaw from Brazil. What's the name of that little short
you
dude
talking
that he?
about Castano?
Yeah, when he fought against Castano, I thought he should have whooped him the first time, but he got a draw and had to come back and do it again. A lot of people felt like he lost that fight. And Castano was bringing pressure to him. He was stepping to him. One thing I always say, when you fight the lion, you step to the lion. When you run from the lion, that make the lion feel like a lion. Look at him, he running from me. That make him feel powerful. But when you step to the lion and you back the lion up, you can change things. You know what I'm saying? Like Tyson Fury fighting against Wilder. He stepped to the line and backed him up. Like we said, the Castano fighting against Charlo, like we done seen somebody step to him and they don't look quite as spectacular. I know he came back in a rematch, but the first time though, this is the first time. This ain't no rematch. I won't be surprised if I'll be kind of surprised because I do think Charlo was the favorite. I'm picking Charlo to win. But I think that Zoo got action in this first fight. If they was to fight twice, I think Charlo was a heavy favorite in the second fight. Like they had a rematch. But the first time, I think that he might, get surprised a little bit, take some body shots and stuff like that. This guy coming to bring in pressure. I think that he can bring a much tougher fight than we're anticipating. I'm picking Charlo, but I'm thinking that Zoo is gonna come fight back and potentially make it pretty tough.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. It's gonna be tough as a motherfucker. Go ahead, D-Lo.
Now I was gonna say Trey kind of took the words out of my mouth. The one thing I say about Charlo in tough fights when things ain't going his way, instead of him making the necessary adjustments to make the fight easy, even when his trainer's telling him, is that he just does the same thing harder. And you know what I'm saying? I always say that fighters do that because they can't in real time figure out a better way to get something done. So they just think if they do what they're already doing at a higher rate or with more force or veracity, that is gonna change the outcome of the fight. And a lot of times that ain't the case.
I agree with you on that. What you about to say, bro?
I was saying I agree it's gonna be tough, but I think counterpunching is gonna be the factor in the fight. Um, I ain't seen Zoo in nobody in the ring with nobody the caliber of Charlo, but I think he do got some decent respect for power. But Charlo ain't respect Castaño power. He ate some of that shit. Put himself in harm's way a few times and still overcame. But I think that's gonna be it's probably be a little similar. But you like you said, what's name don't even have amateur background. He definitely ain't got the experience of being of a caliber fighter of Charlo. I think the counter punching gonna be a factor. We're gonna have to see how he gonna react to Charlo power. Could be early, you know what I'm saying? If Charlo be able to land early and see how it's gonna react. Is he gonna try to bull rush and push him back like Castaño did? I don't know about that, but I definitely got Charlo. I probably pick him by style.
Well,
But
this guy is. Oh my bad. I thought you were dumb.
I was gonna just catch up in the chat.
No, let me add on to that though, because I think that this guy is stronger than Castaño. You know what I'm saying? It's like Castaño like to explode with punches. Like when he fought that Southpaw, that was a very strong performance. Like he was just exploding in with the lead level hooks and shit like that. The Zoo kid is more like a blanket. Like he just kind of be all over you, and he'll kind of wear you down, go to the body and stuff like that. But I do remember Charlo got hurt a few times when he fought Castaño the first time. Castaño would catch him with a left hook and buckle his knees. I remember I was going crazy on the fight call and shit. You know what I'm saying? So he did take some punches and he did never go down. He was able to stay in the fight and shake it off, and the fight went to a draw. But I don't think that was the fight that we was anticipating. You know what I'm saying? Like Charlo, to me, I got a lot of respect for him because he seemed to be the type of fighter that'll fight anybody. He signed a contract to fight Andre. You know what I'm saying? But to me, he has the ability to underperform. You know what I'm saying? Like when he fought against Harrison the first time, didn't nobody pick Harrison. I know a lot of people felt like he lost by robbery, but I don't think people. I think people expected that to be a lot easier than what it was. Even when he fought him in a rematch, he went out there and knocked him out. But a lot of people had him losing on the cards at the time of the stoppage. When he fought against Castaño, people expected him to go out there and just dominate this guy, but he didn't. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of worries me. Like for the first time, to me, he seemed like he automatic money in the second fight, but the first fight he a little vulnerable. So that's what worried me the most about the fight. Well, go ahead, bro. You was about to get in the chat.
My fault. I just want to say, Castaño is like a relentless pressure fighter. I don't know if Zoo gonna bring that kind of pressure that's gonna trouble Charlo.
You don't think Zoo is a pressure fighter?
I mean, he is, but like Castaño be all up in your shit. Zoo don't really fight like that, does he?
When I done seen him, I seen him bring some pretty tough aggression and pressure. And he bigger than yeah, he a bigger fighter. That guy Castaño, what is he, about 5'8"?
Yeah, he's short.
I think he's
He's
smaller
five.
than that, man. I think he's about 5'6".
I was thinking 5'7", but I said 5'8" to be conservative. You know what I'm saying? This Zoo kid about 5'10", 5'11". He more Charlo size. That might help Charlo because that presents a bigger target to go to the body. Like if you want to go to the body with that looping right hand, that's a bigger surface area to learn to land the punch. That's one thing that's tough about shorter fighters because they don't give you as much to hit on. So that is a different type of pressure. Like when you got that short guy stepping to you and you can't really just get off on the motherfucker because the target's so small. But it's also tough too when you got a guy that's bigger and stronger that's bringing that type of pressure. I think that he got enough pressure to at least trouble the man. Maybe not beat him, maybe not even get a draw. But I think he got enough pressure to trouble him though.
And Z said at work, y'all keep cooking. It's just boxing said Ramirez is KO, but it's knocking out Bill. Okay, that's what he meant. He said Bill gonna get his ass
Ooh,
knocked out.
I don't think he's gonna get knocked out, but I think he'll probably lose by decision.
Don G said, he said, okay, appreciate that. I only watch that real. Like, y'all, appreciate you, man. D-Lo said, salute driving here on the planet, bro. Joseph Brown said, Charlo IQ is definitely questionable at times. He also said Tim Tszyu is there to be hit, though.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
said the
he
same
stand up
thing about
straight.
Castaño. Oh, go ahead, bro.
Tim Tszyu, he stand up straight and he's stiff. So I think Charlo got a good shot at knocking this dude out.
I mean, he might. The odds makers got that shit fairly close too for this level of fight. They got Charlo as a 2-1 favorite, and a lot of the time when you see them type of odds, that mean that they feel like the underdog got action. Like when Elder was trying to tell me earlier, Maxie Hughes when he fought against Kid Galahad, 2-1 odds. Jao Opataya versus Maurice Brady's 2-1 odds. You know what I'm saying? A lot of time in them situations, you see the underdog come through with something. That's something else that got me kind of weird. Looking at them odds. If it was minus 800 or minus 1200, I'll feel a little bit different with the shit. Minus 200? Somebody about to say something?
Now let Marlo get back in the chat.
I know I was caught up.
No. Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and disagree with them bookies, man. I got Charlo huge favorite in this fight, personally.
Okay, I ain't mad at you. It's definitely an interesting fight. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah, that man don't move his head enough. He gonna get caught. He was getting caught by Terrell Gaucher. Like if Charlo catch him with this same shot that Gaucher put him down with, he ain't getting up from that shit.
No, I took Gaucher to beat the motherfucker off a year layoff.
Yeah,
Gaucher, he was 158-16 amateur and shit. I thought he might can do something with his amateur background. If he wasn't coming off a year layoff, he might have got with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But coming off a year layoff, that might have been too tough of an ask. But yeah, I'm picking Charlo to win the fight. I won't be too surprised if it's a stoppage for Charlo, but I also won't be surprised if Tszyu makes this tougher than what we anticipate. But I definitely do want to start putting some focus on some of these other fights, man, and not just us focus on the fights that's not taking place. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of good fights coming up. I think I got a lock pick this weekend too with Robesi Ramirez. He fighting some guy that's tough as a motherfucker, and I'm taking Robesi by decision. I'm betting on that shit. I think that's the lock of the weekend. I can't remember his opponent name though. He done been in there with some good guys. He fought Pitbull Cruz and a few more motherfuckers. Got like 3 losses, ain't never been stopped.
Yeah. I was looking at that one.
Shit, y'all ready to shut it down?
But shit, yeah, we can, man, because I'm sitting up here on my data. You know what I'm saying? You want to go first, DeCane?
Jose Matias Romero is his name.
Yeah. Hey, the Mexican with 3 names, you gotta watch them motherfuckers, man. If you see a Mexican, he got 3 names: Julio Cesar Chavez, Marco Antonio Barrera, and shit like that. That motherfucker be tough, man. I done said that a bunch of times. You know what I'm saying? But you want to go first?
Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all letting me come through. Just my little opinion on the boxing, man. It's good to to uh to to come here and be excited about boxing because a lot of people talking about, oh man, I'm taking a break because Earl and Bud ain't fighting, but you know it's a lot of good fights out here taking place all the time. So it's good to have a place to come talk about that shit with the hardcores, man. Y'all have a good one.
What about you, D-Lo?
You too, bro. Appreciate you anytime.
Yeah, man. Just like always, man. Good fellowshipping with y'all, man. Glad to get a chance to jump on with you and talk a little boxing, man. And I'm gonna go back and catch the rest of this live stream in the morning on the playback. But you know what I'm saying. Hope everybody have a good evening and enjoy some boxing this weekend.
I appreciate you getting on the panel, bro. Appreciate my man DeCane. Hey, we're gonna come back with the trivia. I mean, I don't know what the hell life gonna throw my way, but we definitely plan on coming back with the trivia on Wednesday. MZ Talk Boxing, he do a live stream on Tuesday, so y'all go catch his live stream tomorrow. And we're gonna come back with them trivia questions. I got them already ready. As a matter of fact, I already got them in print. I got them posted on YouTube already. I had 80 questions, but I took off some questions I ain't really like that much, so I got 74. Hell, I got some time. I might add some more questions. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be a trivia extravaganza. Like I said, I wanted to do it today, but we had this storm and shit. I'm sitting over here in the fucking dark, so I couldn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna come back with it. Y'all check out the fights this weekend. I don't know if it's nothing that we can call, but that shit on ESPN Plus. I haven't tried to do a live stream off the Roku device yet. You know what I'm saying? That shit was eating on my Wi-Fi, but I got some new Wi-Fi now, so it might work better. I don't know. But it's definitely some good fights coming up this weekend, though, man. It's a boxing holiday, 5 fight cards, so y'all check that out. And then a couple of more days later, I think November the 1st, that's when you got the Jonathan Gonzalez versus Yokichi Iwata over there in Japan. So y'all be on the lookout for that. But yeah, man, much love to everybody, man. I appreciate y'all coming through, and I ain't gonna talk you to death.
Definitely, you already know, man. It's always love, fun, chopping it up, man. Chopping up about the sport that we fuck with. Shit, respecting y'all opinions, interacting with the chat. Man, appreciate y'all coming through and rocking with it. Get on the panel, man. Start getting on the panel, man. You know the gym is open for all of us to jump on as many as we can. But appreciate D-Lo and Social Scientists for always getting up here, jumping up, and voicing their opinion with us, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Until next time, don't forget to tell them haters and trolls. Get the fuck out my gym.
You heard him.
Peace.
Gia.